So, I've talked to you in the past about some of the difficulty and challenges of building stairs. They're not easy. Technically, from a mathematical standpoint, it works out just like rise over run. You look at the hillside behind me and you say, okay, let's say we've got 15 feet of height differential and we've got a 6-inch stair, that's going to equal 30 stairs. And then we figure that at the depth of each stair being 12 inches, you're going to have about 30 feet. And then you look at it and you measure, do we have 30 feet? And it technically should all work out on paper by the math. But when you get out in construction, sometimes things go wrong. So today I want to show you something that didn't go right that we're about to fix and what happened and how it could have been prevented. Right here we started building the stairs often as we normally do. And the one thing I want to point out is these first 7 or 8 stairs or so, these look from an aesthetic standpoint, they're fantastic. They look great, they're solid, they're strong. We've got a nice right and left side on each of the stairs. The problem is they're too deep. We've got 3.5 timbers exposed, each timber being 6 inches, so that gives you roughly about 20 inch of tread depth. So we get up about 7 stairs and we've run out of earth. We're too deep into the earth. If we keep going up like that, we're going to be basically excavating this entire hillside, and here's part of the result of that is that gigantic pile of dirt. So in the end, we made a mistake. We screwed up. We didn't calculate it out correctly, and that happens. So what do? The solution is, well, we got to go back and fix it. One of the thoughts was, well, we could start and transition this to a set of deck stairs, but you look at it and you get a little bit into it and you're like, you know what, that just doesn't look right. It's not the right feel of the project. You got to go back to the beginning, take out the stairs and rebuild them. In this case, we actually don't have to take out the stairs, and that's the good news, because this repair is going to go from about a day-long repair to get us just back to where we were in our schedule to probably about 4 or 5 hours, because you can see if we add these stairs in correctly, 2 timbers and a stair. We're going to take this timber out, pull it forward, we'll have 2 timbers and another stair, and then we can just fill in, basically abandoning the rest of these timbers below and just creating more strength to the structure. So we lose a little bit of material, but we gain a ton in time. So I want to say that not everything always goes perfectly on the job, but when it doesn't, you go back, you take your time, you figure out what went wrong. How can you avoid this in the future? By doing a little bit more of the math work up front, which frankly on this project we didn't do it down to an exact. We looked at it, we based it off of our experiences on other projects and did not account for just how incredibly steep this hillside is. So had we done that, we probably would have saved ourselves a headache, but you learn a few lessons the hard way sometimes, just as we did here, and we won't let that happen again in the future. But you go back and you do it the right way. It takes a few hours, but everybody's happy, and during the entire process, you keep the customer involved, and you keep the lines of communication open, you acknowledge what you should have done differently, and then you just do the right thing. So here's our retaining wall. This is going to look fantastic when it's done. We're going to get rid of this dirt today. We're going to take it, we're going to haul it out of here, we're going to dump it at our shop, and we're going to use it for another project. And then we're going to come back in and we're going to put sod in. I expect all that to be pretty close to completion by this afternoon, which will be about a 9-hour day working with 2 guys out here on this project, and we'll have it all wrapped up. So that is our project. Watch when you're bidding stairs and make sure you do the math on it correctly so you can avoid this mistake. Thanks, Phil with Sarros Landscaping. Have a great day, guys.